And we're back with the EGFC Championship Series. I am Bars the Journey, and I got South Beach over here. And we're back with University of Colorado and Canisius College.
Exactly. Two pretty good schools joining together to in this week 5 matchup. It looks like our first players going up against each other are Slatty for Colorado and a Fly for Canisius College. So two pretty good players. I believe a Fly Fly's got three characters he uses. Game and Watch, Steve, and Dr. Mario. So definitely pretty good arsenal of characters right there. And then for Colorado, I believe Slatty is a Pokemon trainer. So definitely an interesting matchup either way.
Yeah, so I mean, if I were to guess, I would feel like we would see a Game and Watch or a Steve, right?
I
You
would,
know,
yeah,
yeah.
I would expect Steve, honestly. I think one of the pretty underrated characters, or actually not really underrated, I would say a very unpredictable character
Yeah.
to go up against. Just like so many moves to take you down if you're Steve. It's just super hard to read. So definitely a good player, definitely a good option to start if I was a Fly. But hey, it's his choice.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve, also Game and Watch is just a character, right? You almost can't go wrong with half the time. Especially, I mean, online environment, but in general, it's a character he's as a upbeat, add a shield option, even on block. It gets you kind of out of trouble most of the time. Good smash attacks, good buttons in general, right? Al- Almost, almost unedge guardable half of the time. But
Hmm.
yeah, man. So and also Pokemon Trainer character. I feel like now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like Pokemon Trainer is probably one of the few characters that can Ivysaur could probably edgeguard Game and Watch like a 2-frame dare or something. So pretty
Hmm.
interesting to see the interaction.
Yeah, I feel like uh, Pokemon Trainer is pretty good at canceling out Game and Watch, like you said earlier, especially with Ivysaur. But like, um, obviously, if like we see Steve, like that's the real character I'm really worried about if I were Slatty. Uh, if I'm going up against Steve, just really so many ways to take you down. Like the first thing that comes to mind is just the mine cart. At first, that's just literally
Insane.
just yeah. It's a nightmare. It's a walking nightmare, basically, if you think about it.
Hmm.
So, and it's a rolling nightmare, as our producer just said. So, obviously, and then there's also like you can place TNT if you want a ledge. You can just set blocks on the ledge, make sure your opponent doesn't recover whatsoever. So really, uh, like literally what can't Steve do? Literally is what I think.
Yeah, yeah, like the mine cart is insane, right? It's you could power it up with the with the firewood or whatever and the coal, and it just explodes and it goes really fast and hits people really hard. And as a burst option, it's pretty annoying to deal with, like just the interactions of jumping out of the cart, and then it has like the command grab property. It's a lot of carnival circus stuff like going on with that character. Um, and also like just the combo stars with the jab, just like walk around and just jabbing. It's a lot to deal with. Um,
Hmm.
but on the flip side, I feel like a character like Squirtle. Like I'm really big on small characters in Squirtle. Every time I see a Squirtle, I think of like a mix between. I consider him the third rat, right? It's like Pichu, Pikachu, and Squirtle because he's so small and he pretty much does everything that both those characters also do. But like it's like a little hint of Mario going on there. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's like I'm pretty big on Squirtle, so I feel like a character like Squirtle can kind of like break down his own against a character like Steve. But we'll see. Um, you'll see. I just know, like I know that one of the schools having a little bit of technical issues, so we might have like a bit of a delay. But
Hmm.
but yeah, just some speculations on the matchups.
Yeah, definitely should be just about 1 or 2 more minutes and he gets up and running. But taking a look back at a few of the previous matchups, I'm just taking a look at Colorado's record right now. So far, pretty good start to the season. One notable loss they've had really was Mississippi State back in week 2. They lost 20-12. But I mean, really, like it is Mississippi State. What can you say? We saw them earlier.
Yeah, it's not a
By
bad look.
Yeah, and they put up some points. They put up 12 on the defending champs. So, and then they bounced back against St. John's University, 15-13, in what looks like a pretty tight game. And then the next week, taking down George Washington University. So now they're back here in Game 5, and they are looking to take on Canisius College and get another win. Canisius College, on the other hand, had kind of a rocky season here, to say the least. Last week losing to Quinnipiac University.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll say it correctly one day. And but yeah, literally, they've had their fair shares. However, they did beat Rider University in week 3. Pretty well done from them. And it looks like they are gonna do a. Looks like they're back in lobby right now and just gonna do a quick button check, real quick. So it looks like we will be seeing PT versus Game and Watch in this first matchup. So a little preview of what they got in the button checks.
Yeah, not bad. And I think, and honestly, I think for Game Watch as a character, I don't think that's a bad pick. Mostly because of Squirtle factor and because Game Watch does well against short characters. That's one thing he does very well against short characters. He can hit them pretty easily, can combo them pretty well because he's short himself, and also he has like great out of shield options. So I feel like Game Watch, good pick here, good solid pick.
Definitely. Also, one of the lighter gamers definitely have the that floatiness factor while in the air. So definitely can have some pretty good moves while he's up in the air, especially going up against some of the Pokemon that who was it? Slatty's gonna throw at him. But with that, Town and City was also the stage pick. So pretty good Wait, Town and City or Smash? I think it was Town and City. Was
Yeah, I
that
think
Town
it was
and
Town.
City?
Yeah, I'm almost certain it was Town.
Yeah. Either way, that stage is going to be select, and we are going to jump in right now.
Yeah, and yeah, Town and City is a stage I feel like is pretty good for both characters, right? Like, characters that have pretty like decent horizontal kill power, especially when you consider Game Watch down smash, forward smash. But man, already, a Fly already racked up 82% uncontested, and Slatty's about to get 0 to death right here.
Really impressive, right? By a Fly, really just already starting super fast, like catching Slatty off guard for the most part.
Yeah, well, yeah, down tilt up B, that is a true confirm. But yeah, wow, does that falling Nair into forward tilt? I've never actually seen Nair into forward tilt hit like that. And wow,
ooh,
yeah,
there you go.
The habit that Game Watch is do a lot, catching that down air with the up air, and that's something Ivysaur can do pretty well. Something that very few characters can actually do against Game Watch.
Exactly, and a really impressive move. Ivysaur too, and really already just flipping script from a Fly, already evening out the stocks here. Good, going a little pretty back and forth.
These stocks are just melting away right now. When we saw a Fly went for that try to get a little cute there with that that hammer, but
yeah. Now we're seeing some bombs fly. Here comes the turtle. Turtle against Squirtle. Trying to use his little whistle as an up air. And this is looking close, so it's going to be a battle on the edge here. Ivysaur waiting for an opening.
Ooh, that was definitely missed. That neutral B was definitely misinput. Probably a Rage Relief trying to come out from Slatty, and that's the stop. Yeah, there's no chance. You get buried like that from Game and Watch. That forward smash is disgustingly strong. You have no chance. You're done.
Yep. And just like that, literally within a blink of an eye, a Fly takes game 1 here with 2 stocks to spare. So it's going to be 2-0 for Canisius College. Definitely a great start for them, a start they needed.
Yeah, definitely off to a quick start. The set started with a Fly just quickly, pretty much 0 to deathing Slatty with a little bit with the side of a SD there, but definitely a strong, and then Slatty right there responding. But honestly, even after that, Fly was just still in firm control, man. Just the aggression and just the confirms, right? The confirms putting him in the air, giving Slatty all the trouble landing, right? And then just punishing accordingly. And Fly just doing a really good job just starting this game 1 out with so much momentum.
Oh yeah, for sure. And talk about a lighting of fire under Colorado, as we saw right there. Game and Watch lighting of fire to finish off that stock. Just gonna go ahead and wait our bans here. It looks like Canisius is about to drop their bans, which is Battlefield, Yoshi's, and Smashville. So the stage for Colorado will be announced shortly. But yeah, really, I don't know if he would go. Yeah, Game & Watch, that was definitely like in his control for the most part. For the most part, it was pretty much almost the entire match, I feel like. But really, especially with Ivysaur, you had a few options to counteract because we didn't really see anything from Charizard in that match.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's like almost no chance, right? It was either Squirtle trying to rack up for some percent, and Ivysaur to punish Game Watch pretty hard. And every time we saw Charizard out, we saw them change out Charizard almost immediately. So there's definitely something there they don't like about that matchup. So yeah, but maybe if we see a bit more of a lead on their end, we might see a Charizard, but who knows? Who knows?
Indeed. And it looks like PS2 is going to be the stage chosen. And here comes the Fly, but already Squirrel striking first here, getting 11 now, make that 18 on Canisius College. Colorado trying to start out super fast and also a little bit careful too, trying to do a little bit of that pullback play we usually see from Sonic characters.
Yeah, Slatty already, doing way better than they were doing last game.
Ooh, oh boy. Oh, that could be dangerous though.
Wow, that actually might be okay. Yeah, that was actually really good punish, down smash punish coming out from A-Fly. Getting creative there, but Slatty's still in control, and this is the Charizard that we talked about. Maybe with the lead, we'll see a little bit more of the Charizard, a little bit less risk, especially at the ledge, and maybe they can close out the stock.
Try to do a little bit of a spike. It's kind of expecting to see some Flame Breath from Charizard to keep Game & Watch off the edge, but instead try to go for the spike, and Game & Watch able to recover either way. Now, starting to see a Fly heat up here. And
Wow.
The side B.
Wow.
Can't go wrong with that move.
Yeah. When up smash like Game & Watch collides with the Flare Blitz, you actually don't know who would have won that interaction, but it seems like Slatty won the interaction, and good stuff. And now we're actually seeing him stick with the Charizard, right? A little bit more confidence with the Charizard, actually getting a chance to play this time, and it's working out.
Being a little bit of a heavy character and going up against a lighter character, even though right now Game & Watch has hit power to take him down, it's a little bit of a harder chance to take down Charizard when you're pretty heavy. But it's ever so slight,
Yeah, punishing that Flare Blitz on shield.
Alrighty, a quick switch to Ivysaur, but Fly already back in control here, trying to take things to the skies.
Yeah, man. Just a quick 74%, man. It's just the pressure. They get openings so easily with that nair. They're doing a very good job at crossing up and being very ambiguous on Slatty's shield, and Slatty's seemingly dropping shield almost every time that he does a cross up nair. So good on a Flyer for exploiting that.
Going for a forward smash and now bringing out turtle tilt attack. Or dash one of the two. 97 to 93 in terms of percent. Here comes Charizard and near taken down. Don't need the flame. Oh, that's plant the fire.
Yeah, that's the stop.
Easy pickings, bro.
Yeah, and you know, for some reason, Slatty's getting a little bit. Oh yeah, you can't do that every single time. Yeah, Slatty's getting a little bit more sped up than usual, and I feel like that last stock, A-Fly kind of just sped up the tempo and took control of that. Let's see if they could slow it down just a bit going to this last stock.
Definitely trying to use those bombs as kind of like a protective wall against him, but it's not working too well as he's up 53% over Slatty's nil. Will now make that 27. Quick 27, that is.
One thing that Slatty is trying to do is that they're trying to. I think they're holding in. They're trying to scout out a Fly's landings, right, and letting a Fly swing first, and just waiting on the ground. And that was working out for them now, but they're in danger of losing this stock, and they need to kind of get a little bit more control of this back if they want to make it go to game 3.
Ivysaur putting on the pressure, trying to do as much guarding as possible, and the flower bomb, not gonna happen. Fly takes the L right here, and Slatty gets on the board for the University of Colorado.
Yeah, and that's good stuff from Slatty, and that's something that we did see a little bit of in the first game. Ivysaur just punishing Game & Watch in the air, and a little bit of a ill-advised air dodge coming out from Fly, but still hardest punish possible. Ivysaur up air is going to take that stock, and it's very good on Slatty. Bringing that back a little bit towards the end of that game, because I feel like it was slipping a little bit away from them, but they showed got through that adversity and you stuck it out and got that win.
For sure, yeah, definitely went a little bit back and forth after the first few stocks were lost right there, especially right here, being taken to the ground. Then here comes Ivysaur, trying to close things out here, both in a row. There's that beautiful stock, wasn't having it. And then just a little up air to finish things off right here. And let me take a look at what the Colorado bands are going to be. It looks like it's Final Destination, Kalos, and Small Battlefield are the bands.
Okay.
So game 3 coming in. It's either considering, I would probably consider maybe running back to PS2 or maybe Smashville or Town and City, one of those.
Yeah,
stages.
Yeah, I think we might see a run back to town in that situation. I think
definitely,
definitely makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm a Fly or a part of Canisius College, I think that stage really worked well for Game & Watch. So I think that.
Oh, but DSR is on, so they cannot go back to town.
Yeah, well, never mind then. So probably What about Smashville? You think that's going to be an option?
I feel like Smashville for Game & Watch. Yeah, Lilac. Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, especially for Game & Watch. So a little bit of a meme for Game & Watch, right? So if I'm guessing, he's probably gonna pick the black skin. So the black skin on the background of Lilac sometimes can be really hard to see. Also, just Game & Watch in general, just flying all over the place. All those platforms, like the platform layout on Lilac is definitely very good for a character like Game & Watch, but also could work out for them because Ivysaur is another character that can work very well off this platform layout.
being a good team sport, sticking with the grayish-white Game & Watch, so we can easily see him behind the black skies. Starry night sky. And right now, 36-12. Make that 39-12 and counting. But yeah, those tilted edges. That's what I'm always gonna look out for, especially when things can be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. But but in this matchup, I really feel like right now it's definitely gonna come down to combo game and juggling. And I feel like, you know, right now, Slidy's doing oh wow, went for it all. Doing a really good job with trying to scout out A-Fly's landing options, and they're getting caught a lot less. And yeah, there you go. There's the edge guarding that I'm talking about.
Just met him off the stage and just flick at the tail whip. Able to get an early lead. Great patience, waiting for that down smash to pass by before going after Game & Watch, because you got caught by that, we all know what happens.
Yeah, and you see the patience coming out from Slady. Just letting A-Fly swing as much as they want to. They do not care. I'm on the other side of the stage. You can swing as much as you want to, bro. And just waiting it out and just waiting for A-Fly to eventually come to them. And yeah, I mean, it's working out for them right now. A-Fly's kind of swinging wildly.
Definitely seeing a lot of the bombs being thrown, and there that is. Obviously, we know what happens. We've seen that move pretty much every game so far in this series now.
Yeah, and Game Watch getting out of that with the up B. Yeah, trying to get that drag down there. Hasn't gotten that drag down there since the beginning of the third game. Probably because Slidy's learned and is holding down, so he can land on the ground sooner. It's good stuff coming out from Slady, but yeah, A-Fly just turning it up just a bit.
Slidy's looking a little bit dangerous on the shield. Like, oh come on!
Wow. Yeah, that was a hard read. That was a hard read on the spacing, and that was 100% intentional. That spacing coming out from A-Fly, and good stuff, man. Really turned it around, because I felt like Slady was getting a read and getting a little bit comfortable in that instance.
There's that down smash again, not quite connecting the way a Fly wanted it, and now we are down to one stock apiece. Slady quickly switches over to Squirtle. Just gonna try to make some combo games happen here.
Yeah, and Slady is definitely aware of the spot dodge down smash shenanigans, right? Don't really see him going for any of these deep grab reads right now, and probably shouldn't. Did you see that jab hit behind him to the up B? Did we both see that?
I think I saw it. Not quite sure how to do that, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Oh.
Yeah, going deep. Wow, that down tilt barely not hitting. That is. Oof.
That's those ledges right there. Kind of affecting sometimes.
Okay, now this could be really dangerous for A-Fly right now, because I feel like a charter up smash can definitely just take it. Game Watch so light. Even a back air right now could probably take it.
I think right now each player's really waiting to. He's gonna make a move.
Oh, no,
Mike's not gonna work.
No up smash. Up throw.
Onto the platform, and he's still alive. Not gonna happen. Fly's just flying around right now.
And that forward air, not taking it yet. Man.
Oh
my god.
That was a heart stopper right there. And Slady just wow, just missed opportunities back and forth, and the expression on Bar's screen right here says it all.
Oh my god. So okay.
Yeah, we'll need to see this again. We gotta. Well,
Yeah. Okay. Like a fly definitely panicked in that situation because they definitely overshot that up B, right? That they overshot that up B and they definitely got really scared and just immediately down aired. And in actuality, if they up B'd like, if they just up B'd maybe opposite direction so they could throw it a backer, you probably wouldn't have to do that. But man, that was definitely just a panic downer because they just I messed up.
jeez.
That side B was insane. Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Why would you do
it's
that? Why did
it
he
looks
do that?
like really was just risking it over. They're trying to get the spike, but that's another thing about Game & Watch. Yeah, it's just that down air goes down so slow, so that just left a perfect opportunity for Slatty to end things here. So that's not how you want to end things here, Canisius, but Colorado's gonna take that as well as they can. They're gonna send in Ice as their next player here. Still waiting to see who Canisius player is gonna be next. And Ice is one of those pit characters. Normal pit, not dark pit, that is.
Wow, that was oof. I can't get over that, man. That was. I feel like that was so
It
deflating.
was.
I feel like for
It-
Canisius, that would be so deflating.
Yeah, that's definitely a momentum breaker right there. For sure. And it looks like E-Dog's coming in for Canisius. E-Dog has two characters. Main one is Byleth, and then second one is Captain Falcon.
Okay. Okay, Byleth. Wow, two very different characters in Byleth and Falcon. One of those characters slams their face against a controller, and the other one it's a little bit more reserved in that aspect. But yeah, I'm actually excited to see which character between Byleth and Falcon comes out.
I would assume Byleth would be first, just because of how it's listed here. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna expect first. Definitely a lot of good options. I think Byleth in general, you know, pretty much just the heavy hitter type. So really, in terms of combos, you don't have like a lot of combo options. You have a few, but in terms of like, getting hits, it's just all one hit and it's like 20%, 30% damage. It's got a lot of hit power.
Yeah. Like it's definitely it's weird. The character itself, I feel can be exploited, but I do feel at the same token, it's just there are a lot of awkward things that the character does. Cause like they have the Nair, but it has like this last splash hitbox right with the Nair. That is very similar to Falco forward air, where people kind of hold on to shield, and then they miss time either the last hit or the person to leave like it. So
Awesome.
yeah, and we see Dark Pit and Byleth.
Dark Pit, yeah. I would definitely probably pick Dark Pit out of regular Pit just for a few reasons, but obviously right now this is just a little button check just to preview our characters real quick and the stage they will be fighting on. I think Town and City, definitely a pretty good stage for both these characters just for the length. Would you agree?
Yeah, no, I feel like this stage is fine for both characters. I feel like, especially Dark Pit, right? You can maybe net some early kills with the electroshock arm. Byleth, I think at this point we all know that Byleth can, net some early kills with those tipper forward air, back airs, forward smash, anything that she has, it's a tipper. So yeah, I feel like both characters, it's pretty okay.
Definitely a lot of length on that stage for sure for both characters to operate, but definitely the electroshock for Pit, Dark Pit that is, definitely going to be a big factor like you said earlier. So we'll go to that stage obviously, and those two characters Um, but yeah, definitely one of those, just one of those big stages, and platforms too.
Yeah, and also, Pitt's forward throw is its kill throw, right? So that's another thing to note that, killing horizontally for Dark Pit in this matchup is probably going to be ideal. So Town and City is definitely the optimal pick
Mm-hmm.
out of the pits. And also regular Pit, because people have been talking about Byleth's recovery lately. Regular Pit probably wouldn't have a chance to really snipe Byleth. So in neutral, those Dark Pit hours probably going to be a lot more useful.
Alrighty, starting off hot for Ice here for Colorado, getting 45 and counting on E-Dog here for Canisius College. Comes a few, starting to see a few arrow. Finally, E-Dog getting damage on the board. Pretty stylish throw, and little up B to side B action. Able to break the spear.
Yeah, the forward smash interrupted by the get up attack. But yeah, right now, Ice having E-Dog at the ledge and E-Dog throwing that out, but that forward smash is not gonna take it, at least not yet.
Able to survive the initial first strike from Ice. Now right now, both of them playing the range game. Just keeping their distance. Looks like Ice wanted to see one of those arrows from Byleth, just not gonna happen.
Yeah, and I feel like, in the projectile war, I feel like, Dark Pit's gonna win that projectile war. I think, this character definitely does have the better arrow out of the two, so oh man, I actually like that attempt by Ice, right? Pit is like one of those characters that can go deep and try to edge guard Byleth, so maybe we could see some of this edge guard action come out of Ice.
Especially with that neutral air is such a pretty good tool to do that edge guard, especially if you're Pit. Now I will note, Byleth definitely has with the neutral B, that arrow can instantly kill, but it's not really super helpful just because, oh boy.
Okay.
Right, here's some marksmanship. Some more marksmanship from Ice, as we're seeing. Still sitting comfortably at 92.
That all started out with the spacing on the side B, right? The threat of the electroshock arm, but having the spacing for the cancel to then immediately go into the back air to set up for that arrow?
Not bad.
Oh, this is death, actually. Yeah.
Oh, great call.
Yeah. So something that Pit actually does have in that situation, I thought we were gonna see, you could do down throw, drag down nair into down smash. Also, down throw, drag down fair into forward smash, but that confirm is a little weird. But the nair into down smash is a confirm off of that. But we saw just the no tech anyway and got the forward smash, so who knows? But yeah, good stuff coming out from Ice.
Yeah, great 3-stock to start off the series or start off this match here. But yeah, there's that electroshock into 2 double arrows. Yeah, and just great marksmanship too from Ice. Really just perfectly placing those arrows to not let E-Dog whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like I was saying, Dark Pit in this matchup, you're definitely gonna get a lot more mileage off of that arrow than you would Pit, because Byleth going low, your arrows won't do anything to her, right? So now when you make her recover horizontally, you give her something to think about with the arrows of Dark Pit, and then that's the matchup. That was the matchup right there, and good stuff coming out from Ice.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And now for Colorado, they're going to ban Battlefield, Yoshi's, and Lilat. So just awaiting the stage for Canisius, and it's going to be small Battlefield for this stage.
Yeah, small Battlefield. Even as Byleth, I could agree with the stage, right? Byleth is a character that is, still pretty strong. Less space to give Dark Pit to operate on, right? Dark Pit is still like a pretty mobile character compared to Byleth. So not bad, not bad. As a counter pick, I would say. Even if we do see a switch from Violet, it's still not bad.
Absolutely. I think we might see Captain Falcon coming up next, but it's actually going to be
Nope.
Violet. Female Violet, that is, though.
Yeah, not the counter pick.
So already pretty good sticking to Violet, sticking to the same character scheme, character moveset, and all that. It's just going to be a female this time.
Yep. Yeah, and yeah, and already we're seeing E-Dog be a bit more aggressive, throwing out a lot more hitboxes, being more active, right? And I think that's what it was against Ice. Ice was definitely way more active than E-Dog was in that first game. I feel like if E-Dog could get a little bit more activity on their end, they could do a little bit better. Not only to get edge guarded like that.
The aerials from Dark Pit are just, they're just insane. They can just send you forward and just tack on some damage along with it.
Yeah, man. And that's just insane, right? Like that's just something. You know, you have to hold your jump, and Ice just standing on the other side of the stage, not engaging with E-Dog, and like this is just asking to the patience, and that's your stop.
Any higher from Ice, direct spike.
Yeah, this is pretty bad right now. Yeah, E-Dog's in a lot of trouble. On the verge of getting 3-stocked again, almost getting jab locked on that platform from the first hit of forward air. Man, like Ice is just cooking right now.
I think E-Dog wanted to try to do a little spike of their own, but not gonna happen. Oh boy, that was a little dangerous shield right there. But yeah, definitely, yeah, E-Dog needs to try to find a way not to be played on the ledge. It's gonna be a little harder now, but
oh no, okay,
nope.
wow. Okay, not.
That was close though, for sure. I think we both thought that was about to be over, but maybe right here. Oh, with the side B. Oh, breaking a little ankles on the recovery.
Yeah, good low recovery coming out from E-Dog because getting punished horizontally all the time. So that was a good adaptation. Get that up air, reading that jump.
Missing the side B move right here, and speaking of side B, electric coming out. Then there's the up air from Pit. Pit's got some pretty good aerials, but that attack is also pretty good as it seals the deal for Ice. And Colorado takes game number 2.
That was a double 3-stock. That was such a casual double 3-stock.
Oh my God. That was just an easy 8 points for Dark Pit right there. And it looked like E-Dog had a great start, you know, just piling on 50, but then once he got to the edge,
yeah, just straight up deflated, man. Like, and like, you know, E-Dog was in a bunch of situations where they just lost their jump, and sometimes there's like what are you gonna do? Like, what? Man, it's just a lot of situational awareness coming out from Ice, and that call out on that up smash. One of the best anti-air up smashes in the game, actually. It's this Pit up smash. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yep, Ice definitely had ice in his veins in that one. Tacking on 8 points for Colorado right there. They're up 10. Colorado is gonna send in En. I think it's just pronounced N.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, yeah.
So he'll be coming up next for Colorado. Looks like we're still waiting to see who Canisius is sitting in next, and it's actually going to be Flapjack. So Flapjack, his quote, he's got Karam, Pyramithra, and then whatever else he's feeling. So he's definitely a master of a lot of characters, it sounds like. While let me take a look at N's roster of characters he uses, and it looks like, oh, you know, I don't know. I did type up this media sheet, and I forgot to type that in.
Hey, well, look, hey, you got more data than I do, so I appreciate you for that.
It's all good. I'll have that data later once they start this match, and I believe we're gonna start a button check here. Now, N has fun fact about N has a few PGR wins under his belt, so definitely has some pretty good experience in that realm here. So definitely gonna expect to see a few fireworks from him, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, and has PGR. What region is N from?
That's a good question. I wish I added that.
Well, I mean, either way, yeah, I mean, a few PGR wins on your belt is nothing to sneeze at. So wherever, wherever they're from, it doesn't matter because we'll definitely see some good gameplay coming out of them.
For
So
sure.
do we have a character? Do we have a character?
Yeah, and it looks like PS2 is going to be the stage to open up this first matchup. Obviously, I think we'll be getting. Yep, I was right. Getting a button check real quick.
And that button check going on, understandable.
Yeah, especially if you're playing over. Some of these guys playing over Wi-Fi definitely want to make sure you guys are getting the reflexes in at the right time, because we know how Wi-Fi goes sometimes.
Yeah. We know what goes on. It's okay, guys.
For sure. But for Flapjack, what he's bringing in with, I believe, maybe starting it really just whatever he feels like. So, but kind of feeling I'm expecting Crom to be first under his belt, and it's yep. And Lucina. Oh my goodness, that's Robin for N. So that's gonna while they're doing their button check, I'm gonna type in that he plays as N, so or plays as almost said Lucida again. My goodness, it's Robin.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, and Robin's man, we've been seeing the Robin surges of Robins. Just in general, there have been a bunch of Robins making some noise lately. I think the Angels of the World, right, from upstate. We have Jewel from NYC. We have, what was it, Greg from. Didn't Greg beat Cola at a local, right? Greg the Robin beat Cola at a local, right? I'm almost certain, but there have been definitely an uptick in Robins lately, and that's a character. Yeah, and we definitely Robin's a character that there aren't a lot of them, but the people that do play Robin, they're like Robin fiends, like they're Robin expert. They know all the Robin confirms, because he's very much a character that, since was it slowest character in the game or second slowest character in the game? Second slowest character in the game. And you have to have your projectile confirmed something.
For sure, especially the projectile I'm thinking of right now is going to be that thunder. Sure, that's going to really help do the kill confirm and all that. Also has the PK, almost said PK fire. Basically is PK fire, especially right there. He does
arc fire.
Arc fire, that's what it is. It's practically the same thing, just different brands of games.
Yeah, different angle. Yeah, but right now Flapjack doing a good job keeping the pressure on Robin. That's what you have to do in this matchup. You can't let Robin set up their traps, because if you do, stuff like this can happen. And yeah, and almost got the the book toss at the end of that. Yeah, and that's why you need to be on top of Robin, right? Because they pull out combos like that, and you always feel bad about yourself after you get hit. So.
And making that look like a child's play right there. But right now, Flapjack, reason why he's a captain for Canisius College, making sure he's keeping his team on ship and on point. And it looks like N's gonna get stock number 1 here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Jumping at Robin, is kind of difficult, especially with Levin Sword, because Levin Sword is probably the best set of aerials in the game. That being said, though, Crom going off edge guarding Robin, something that Robin is susceptible to.
Sure. And Crom's not really the best character to go off stage with. And this is the ability of N right there, getting those projectiles on point.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how Robins use those level 1 thunders, just as like a means to throw out to catch jumps or just keep a character at bay in the middle of combos.
It's looking like being a little frozen. Okay, just little
Okay.
time, maybe a timeout. I don't know. Now it's time in. There's no,
Yeah, yeah.
there's
Right
no
now,
timeout.
Flapjack's down by a lot.
Just one of those, spam projectile, spam spells right there from N. About to get rid of the book possibly and just edge guarding with the fire, and
Wow.
Flapjack can't recover.
Yeah, I think they lost their jump at some point. Yeah, just I think it just Flapjack just struggling to get in, right? Just standing there, just searching for any opening, and then you um just see Robin on the other side of the stage just throwing out arc fires. Like that has to be a little bit demoralizing. You're standing there just pressing the B button menacingly, and you can't do much about it instead of like just sit there and brood. But yeah, man, good strong start by N. It was looking pretty close at first, right? I feel like we could both say that Flapjack started out pretty strong, but like just outpaced.
Exactly. I think definitely trying to find some openings, but N was definitely closing him out at the end. And, obviously, really, just like the biggest factor was just all those projectiles, and obviously edge guarding right there at the end was kind of Flapjack's downfall there. So definitely, if you're Flapjack, I would probably just find a way to control the neutral ground.
Yeah, and N actually banning Talon, Lylat, and Smashville, and I have to say that is a very good trio of stages to ban against Crom or Roy. Mostly because like Talon's definitely his best stage. Smashville's probably their second best stage, and Lylat is a very good sword character stage, which like a lot of people don't really take into account when considering Lylat. But probably those are probably like those are three very smart bans. But now we're just gonna go to PS2. But yeah, no, I feel like there's definitely matchup knowledge that goes into those bans.
We're definitely showing off the knowledge of the game for sure, and almost getting a shield break on Flapjack. Flapjack needed to retract that so he doesn't get an
Yep.
easy early kill, and he's just flying around, but able to finally get some ground back going. All right, just taking out the arc fire.
Yeah. There's one thing you can do with the arc fire. You can actually just swap the arc fire out with guy. But one thing I'm noticing is that we're not seeing a lot of wow, stop. We're not seeing a lot of up Bs out of shield from Flapjack, right? That move out of shield does 25.8%, if I'm not mistaken. So
Definitely, probably would use that then. Fire him. So far, just trying to find a ways to hit. And Grom really does move pretty fast. He almost moves a little bit, like the way he moves around reminds me of how Little Mac runs around now. Totally different characters for sure, but speed-wise, kind of similar.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Little Mac's definitely a faster character, but like the pity pat sound effect when they're just
Oh yeah.
you can hear them halfway across the stage pity patting, and another arc fire to up smash confirmed. And N is just cleaning up right now, man. Just whatever happened, I don't know what happened to N, but
Oh my goodness. And the thunder right there. Oh, he caught the book.
oh, that was they saved their stock with that air dodge right there. And wow,
Ooh.
that was a great punish. I like that.
Nice little parry, just waiting and waiting for the right moment. So now Flapjack still has a mountain to climb, and it's getting a little bit higher, but he's making sure that anything is possible. But these ledge guards with the arc fires getting a little bit more difficult. Finally getting back on ground.
Yeah, let's see if I was gonna say let's see if Flapjack can get something started, right? Because Crom can definitely snowball a character like nothing, right? Because like even though this is still a pretty large deficit for Flapjack, Crom could definitely do it. But I feel like right now Flapjack, I don't know if this is maybe there's lag or like some mental things going on, but did not work out. That
And
seemed-
decided, you know what, I'll just end the misery right here.
I've got your back.
Hands. How fitting that the last animation is Crom and Robin chilling together. A great fight, but at the end of the day, it was Robin taking that stock, and that's looking like, well, so now Canisius basically needs 2 back-to-back 3 stocks uh in these next few games to just tie it. But really, I think the next win for Colorado will just seal the deal in this matchup.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like yeah, that was kind of just yeah, that was kind of a wash, right? We saw some signs of life come out from Flapjack, but just just a little bit too much. Just and just commanded all that airspace, right? It's like almost every time Flapjack jumped errantly, it got clipped by like an arc fire from across the stage, or just like a forward air, right, from air to air from Robin, and just melted stocks away at points. So yeah, just great stuff by N overall. Just
Sure.
just punishing really hard.
Yep. Coming up next, we're gonna have AIV, captain for Colorado, come in against Daku Sky. Now AIV is an Ike player, so definitely the heavy swordsman here. And Daku Sky, or Deku Sky for Canisius, one of his characters, one of my favorite characters, Sephiroth, is gonna be coming in. And then, but if it's not gonna be Sephiroth, it's gonna be Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, Sephiroth's a character, man. I feel like what would we see Sephiroth and Ike? Sephiroth versus Ike.
Probably that's probably the matchup there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I feel like that's not bad. I feel like from a spacing standpoint, Sephiroth would definitely have the advantage, but Sephiroth is weird because you have to attack from certain angles because it's forward air. Forward air is like such a specific hitbox, right? And like when you do air to airs, you have to take that into account if you're not throwing out a back air. So it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be interesting to see those two sort of characters try to interact with each other in their spacing game.
For sure. And another thing from what I really love about Sephiroth's game is that up air. I think literally just covers so much ground. It's literally near impossible to just hit him anytime he's up and up air. So literally he can just hit you from a mile away with that. And it looks like Town has been banned, as well as Battlefield and Final Destination. Smashville is going to be the stage.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see for sure which characters are going to be played in this button check and get a little preview of them.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off your Sephiroth point, I think falling up air for Sephiroth is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a video game. It's like just he does a falling up air, and the up air is just the size of like just a quarter of the stage casually. It's almost like you're watching an anime fighting game. Like, have you ever seen like Blade, like BB Tag or something? And it's just like all these sword characters just like full screen normals. It's just like the funniest thing. Like Gordeau, it reminds me of Gordeau's sword. Like, it's pretty fun.
Just insane. And now the thing is with Sephiroth, anytime like if he uses his special attacks, he's significantly left wide open after the attack. So especially with the up B at full power, so he takes like a good solid minute to get out of that. Basically, not really a minute, but just a second or two. So Ike will have a chance to, especially with Ike's side beat, that would be a good option to get Sephiroth, punish Sephiroth right there, real quick.
Yeah, now thinking about it, right? I feel like because with Sephiroth, you could do the Octo Slash on the stage, right? And there's the tech where when you do the Octo Slash and you aim it downwards towards the ledge, you could get the first hit of the Octo Slash at the bottom of the ledge, and then the rest go forward, so you could scoop people up with that Octo Slash. So I feel like something like Ike side B quick draw running into an Octo Slash, it'd be like two worlds colliding. I want to see what would happen.
For sure, that'd be. I think the stage would probably explode right there. All reality, and
Yeah.
it is going to be that matchup, Ike and Sephiroth. It's going to be the big sword versus the long sword. And also the stage they're going to be in look pretty small for both these characters, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a stage that both characters use their advantage. This is definitely an Ike stage too, though. Like Smashville, Ike naring anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, so definitely stage that Ike likes.
For sure. So it's going to be. So in terms of the stage, like advantage goes to Ike, but definitely what we'll see from Daku Sky with Sephiroth, just kind of like the ideas of like how to keep Ike away from you basically. And then also I think Sephiroth can also ledge trap pretty good too. Not the best, but you know, obviously like get your timing right, use your fireballs. Some of the arrows, like the neutral arrow, would be option 2. Time it, but yeah, he's got some options. But we'll see. We will see what he's got for against AIV.
Yeah, I feel like forward tilt on the ground is just a really good option, especially when with somebody at the ledge.
When using the invincibility frame, keep away from Sephiroth's side B, pretty good move right there.
Ooh, that parry on the first hit of that up B. Yeah, and you could already tell, the Sky is already trying to scout out those side Bs pretty early coming out from Thomas.
And landing that forward air, Sephiroth, as you said earlier, kind of has a specific hitbox and able to just get him right in the head.
Yeah, and yeah, going out to counter to try to intercept that recovery coming out from Sephiroth. Now, one thing to note is that yes, Sephiroth is a light character, and man, yeah, just like that, 100% got the nair parried, forward tilt punish, and that's the stock coming out from Thomas.
Sephiroth being light and Ike just being really heavy pound for pound, heavyweight fighter. Sword, so definitely gonna be. Also, just getting a hit on Ike 2 is gonna be pretty tough for Sephiroth. But if you're able to use the tools, get out of Ike's aerial pressure.
Yeah, and almost losing that stock, and wow, Thomas almost in disbelief. I mean, AIV, excuse me, or Thomas almost in disbelief that Sephiroth upbeat right in front of his face, but still got the punish anyway. 91%. We actually might get a 3 stock here.
It's very possible. Just the way Thomas is playing right now, it's definitely quite. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more back and forth at first, but from what we're seeing, that's not the case. Definitely the stage.
Yeah.
And just like that, Sephiroth left wide open after recovery, and we called it. AIV with 3 stock, and with that, it is now impossible for Canisius to come back and try to win.
Yeah, that was kind of rough. Yeah, it was just a lot, and I feel like, and that's the one thing about Sephiroth, especially against characters like this in that kind of confined space, you need to figure out a way to create space for yourself. And with a stage like Smashville, it's very hard for you to create space for yourself when with just a swing of a platform drop nair, Ike is pretty much in your face. So yeah, it's just tough stuff all around.
For sure. So probably expect something like Town and City to be the stage. Right now, Battlefield, Yoshi's and Kalos' banned. I think Town and City's the biggest stage, and that's legal in tournament play, if I'm correct.
I think that's Kalos.
That's Kalos? Okay. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. It is Kalos.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's Kalos and then Battlefield?
Yeah. Yeah, Battlefield has a high ceiling, so that would definitely help with some stuff. But it looks like, but those two are banned. Yoshi, and I guess Yoshi's is not that is a it's pretty big. So I guess it looks like AIV's picking the stages to really make sure no spacing is happening. Oh, and small Battlefield has been the stage selected for. Like, okay.
Okay. We're gonna. Okay, I think we're both taken aback by that stage pick.
Yeah, just talking about like, all right, create some space for yourself. It's in the name. You kind of put yourself in a little tight spot right there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Sephiroth. Hey, man, you know what? One thing that is true about Sephiroth, Sephiroth still does have power, right? So maybe you get some one wing action in there, abuse the nair a little bit more, right? Try to get in some more of these nair combos, put Ike off stage horizontally. You know, that's probably the best bet we could expect from this guy in this matchup, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And while you're in the one wing formation, maybe try to find some openings where you can smash attacks. When you're in one wing angel form, you have super armor anytime you use those smash attacks.
Yeah.
So you should be pretty good there.
Okay.
And kind of be wary of those counters. Oh no, I probably would have gone for the fireball. And there it is.
Yeah, and Thomas is scouting that, and I feel like that's the second time that Thomas has done that neutral air dodge from the ledge onto stage after the fireball. And you know, maybe this guy can position himself differently, or maybe even fake out the fireball, right? To just try to bait a reaction. Try to force something out of Thomas right now.
Just a few missed back and forth action. I would have tried to, you know, he's definitely going for the blue fireballs, and like that's pretty much the third time in the row Ike's just able to side B over them. So maybe just a good time to just be a little bit patient.
Yeah.
Or take a stock right there. Choice helps, but now losing that one wing.
Wow, and that wasn't even true. He just went the jump 3 taunts.
Going through all three of the cycle.
Oh no, he hit every single direction on his D-pad.
I use my D-pad for my shields.
Oh wow.
That's probably why I'm not very good.
Well, something else that's not very good is this guy losing their stock so early. And no jump. Okay, yeah. And right now Thomas is just reading out all of this guy's defensive options and defensive habits.
I'm trying to just go for the punish off stage, finally landing a fireball hit. Again, using the blue, I would just honestly just try to go all the way with purple, full supernova. Well, that was kind of a prime opportunity for a grab, just throw him off stage.
Yeah, and right now, this guy is just trying to get some bearings back, and they're not doing too bad, right? 80%. Just have to watch out because, yeah, I was just about to say that's the percent window.
Yeah. Now, just keep in mind, he did pick the stage. We did not.
Yeah, they did. I feel like they did find a little bit of success, right, in the first stock, in just walling out Ike. But the thing is, though, in a stage like that, you give the character just inherently just has chances because they're so close to each other, right? So even though they did find some success walling out Thomas, it was still just pretty tough keeping Ike out, and it ended pretty emphatically.
For sure. Now the bright side for Canisius here, it wasn't a 3 stock like the last game, so able to find an early stock, but then AIV coming in from behind, cycling all through the taunts in Ike's book, feeling pretty on top of the world stock. Here. Oh yeah. And then that's a pretty good move from down, where was he at? Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, literally, just like from the bottom of the stage and then all the way back up. And now for our final matchup, it's going to be Katsuji for Colorado and Weebson for Flapjack. Now, I don't even have to look this up to know that Katsuji is a Luigi main, so, and a really, really good Luigi main. By that, Weebson is Dark Pit and Mii Brawler, so we'll see our second Dark Pit for today.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Pit. Dark Pit is a character that, or Pit in general, is a character that doesn't get affected that much by online because of just the nature of his combo strings, right? He's another character that has like kind of big swingy buttons, kind of like when it comes to like Nair, and forward air as like the combo buttons. So yeah, I mean, so it makes sense. And then Brawler is just an abomination. Brawler is kind of just like human version of Fox. So
Just minus the gun and light dash, and then yeah, basically
yeah,
a pretty good solid option right there. Our first ban was Battlefield for Canisius. I don't know if I'm one of these two characters, what would be a good ban in terms of like Luigi or Dark Pit, or even
I'm definitely not going. I mean, it depends. Like, I feel like I was gonna say I definitely wouldn't go FD, but then I thought about it. If I'm Dark Pit, like I might be able to. Yeah, okay, yeah, Smashville. I was about to say, yeah, I'm not going. I'm staying away from FD. Like, there's no chance I'm taking Luigi to FD because even though you could probably like air camp Luigi and like juggle Luigi, there's always a chance where he does his his frame one reversal and then lands on the stage and then it's party time again. So I think Smashville is a very good choice.
For sure. Last season, Katsuji was pretty infamous for busting out a few 6-second stocks. A couple of them were 0 to death, for sure. And we got purple Luigi, purple Dark Pit in our first button check, in our last button check, that is. Just making sure everything works well. And looks like Katsuji wanted all the smoke, trying to shoot a fireball, but
yeah, I think I do feel like this matchup it's a little rough, right? Because the thing about this matchup is like when you juggle Luigi, sometimes he has buttons that could almost trade with Pit's aerial. Sometimes it's really annoying. Like if you do like air to air like Nair for say Luigi's Nair, there's a chance that might trade if like you're in within a certain area. It's like really weird. And taking trades with Luigi is just never fun. So
yeah, Luigi's definitely one of those characters that's just he's very fun to go up against, and anytime you lose, it's just like, really? That's how I get beat? He's just one of those guys.
Yeah, it's definitely he has like the ridiculous cyclone reversal button, the grabs, right? Really good set of aerials, by the way. Just yeah, but we'll see. Already Weebson trying to establish that space with the arrow, and then he got grabbed.
Oh, here it is. Oh, and he missed it. He was trying to go for that 6-second again.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Pit, like the pits are a little bit floaty. So you saw at the end of that combo, I don't know what they did, but there was a little bit more floaty than usual, and didn't get that up because they spot dodged away. I mean, excuse me, air dodged away.
Pretty good move right there. Oh my goodness. Looked like Katsuji should have taken a stock there, or SD right there. But instead, taken an electroshock.
And the thing about that one is if that got shielded, that was the Weebson stock, right? Mostly because Katsuji is up B out of shield that's a true punish.
Now going a little bit back and forth, trying to find an opening on Weebson. Weebson using those arrows we saw. We literally just saw this person again playing Ice. That's who it is. Now, kind of a little bit of similar play style, but it looks like Katsuji takes this next stock here, only at 34, so sitting at a reasonable position.
Yeah, now Weaveson just keeping his space at 0%, right? Just just trying to keep Luigi at bay, whatever. You just don't want to get grabbed at this percent. You just want to keep the lead right now.
And there's that plunger.
Oh no.
And here it is. Could it happen here? Did it again?
Yeah, no, messing up. And actually, Kaji actually, changed up the combo route this time, right? Instead of going for the up air route, he went for the plunger route and still missed. So even with Kaji trying something different, they still didn't complete the stop.
And now, few bit of fireballs, letting Weaveson recover. Really, 134 to 65%, and make that shot taken. And
Yeah,
starting to catch some fire here.
yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes people can tend to just start landing into people because they want to, get into and mix up so badly, where they just land on something like a Luigi up smash, and it's just like, hey man, maybe we should just like reset the stage, have multiple jumps,
Absolutely. Looks like we've been trying to play a little bit careful, a little left wide open. Oh my! Katsuji wanted that stock. He wanted that spike right there. Just not able to get it.
Oh, that arrow was really good. Caught that jump. That is, ooh, what doesn't get the drag down up air?
And missed the side air too. Pretty spot on dodge from Katsuji, but Weaveson able to even out the stars.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Yeah, yeah. Try to get that grab. Try to get that grab mix up off the back air, and that's the one thing about Luigi. You have to be careful at these percents because spot dodge canceling is always a thing, and I feel like especially if you're Pit, you should probably, if you want to try to punish the spot dodge, just throw it in air at this point. Just be on the safe side.
Shooting some arrows at this point. Here comes the plunger, few spot dodges, and then there's that Luigi Cyclone. Pretty even in terms of percentages. I think this could go either way. And now here comes.
Ooh, went for it. And
my gosh!
No, you died. Oh no, no up B.
I don't understand. Down smash. Just something's gotta happen.
Oh, that's the. Oh no. Okay.
Yep.
No way.
And just Katsuji just falling to his death before anything happens there. But what a wild sequence at the very end of that game.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing with that. That was such a. He did the cyclone, and if he missed that cyclone, that was game. Like they just lost the game.
Yeah.
Just the confidence just to go for that, knowing that if you missed that cyclone, that was it. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever, bro.
Just might as well try to go for, style points at the same time. And yeah, just a little trading blows from each. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just literally at the very, very end. Could have gone either way, but then just, wow. At the very end. Just not happening. And apparently it looks like we had a freeze issue on the side of Canisius, it sounds like.
Yeah, connection issues. Hey, but that's something to be expected a little bit, right? That's kind of the nature of the beast at at this juncture. But I mean, if we do experience like a reset of some sort, so it is what it is. But so far, it still looks like a pretty fun set. There are definitely several instances during that first game that Dark Pit could have just sealed that stock, man. It was just a couple punishes short, a couple missed nairs short, but yeah, I mean, Luigi for frame one reversal. What can you say?
For sure. Katsuji just able to find, just able to find ways to expect, just to expect the unexpected and able to just escape some random situations sometimes. Even if that's whether, you can use a six. We almost saw those 6-second stocks that he was so infamous for last season, but, just missed both of them in a row, really. Looks like, if we're still going on, which I believe we are, small battlefield is going to be ban number 1. No, it's Battlefield Collison Town, and then, yeah, Battlefield. Battlefield will be the. Saw the message. That's awesome. But
Yeah.
So small battle. Next stage.
Yeah. Small battlefield. Yeah, I mean, one thing I think we could see a little bit more from Weebson's end is just a little bit more.
There it is. There it is.
A little bit more juggling, but yeah, it doesn't matter if you get 0 to death. And yeah, Weebson getting a little bit careless and getting grabbed there at 0%.
For sure.
Yeah, and then now, yeah, you pretty much started stock advantage, and I feel like that's an opportunity that Weebson has to really punish really hard, right? When you have Luigi above you on that platform, you need to like make it as hard as possible for Katsu to get off that platform, and that's not what he's doing right now.
Sure, and Luigi's just floating around, trying to juggle as best he can. Comes the plunger. A little bit of a back air action. Here comes Weebson trying to use the left shot to get back up. Oh, trying to use the arrow to take him upstairs.
Yeah, and trying to read a landing option with a down smash, and like that's what I'm talking about. You need to keep Luigi in the air. It's like probably your best bet.
Oh, I wonder if he was trying to go for the spike during the Luigi missile. It's not gonna work out. Try to go for a spike. Also not gonna work out.
Yeah, Weebson trying to space with the back air, and Katsu just running up under it just confidently, knowing that he's autopiloting that option and getting hit with a back air from Luigi. Now Weebson is looking at a 2-stock deficit in the last game.
And now Weebson just trying to close it out with some arrows, trying to use that ice precision we saw in the previous game. The series.
Yeah, right now it's just looking pretty rough, right? And like, unlike the first game, Weebson has not gotten anything started, and Katsu's just carrying all that momentum with him. It's just making it really hard. They're playing really reserve right now too, making Weebson come to them, and Weebson just kind of getting hit by everything right
now. Weebson able to not be 3-stocked here. Trying to get a little bit of a morale boost.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'll try to do the stock again. Not gonna happen there that time.
Yeah. Because So what Weebson tried to do was nair and run through, and got up smash because that nair is not safe. So got up smashed and kept holding in because they tried to run through, and then if you hold in on the up smash, you lose the stock, right? At that percent. So yeah, there you go. 30 to 2. That's a lot of numbers. 30 to 2.
Yep, big win for Colorado. So definitely GG's all around, and for both schools back and forth. So definitely great work for Colorado. Next week, who do they go up against? Sounds like it's going to be a pretty good game. Oh yes, it is. They're going up against Mississippi State next week, and it's going to be on this channel right here.
Okay.
While Canisius goes up against Hawaii next week as well. So definitely this is definitely a lot of good A lot of good games coming up here. We had some pretty good games here today, so a lot of them. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely. We did see some pretty good games today. We'll probably see some pretty good games in the future, like you said. You have some good upcoming matchups. Yeah. Today, what happens to the best of us, right? Um, tough day for Canisius, but they could definitely bounce back. A lot of potential in their players. Um, bounce back in another day. There's always more time, especially within this tournament style. But we're gonna see if we can get an interview going. But we will be back soon. We're gonna just take a short break. Okay, everybody, and we're back, and we got AIV from the University of Colorado. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's going well. That was a good win. Very fun. So I'm doing hot.
Yeah. So, how did you feel you guys played as a whole today?
I felt that today was very good for the team. I was proud of every player.
Awesome. Yeah. For this game specifically, what was like the game plan for you guys going up against Canisius, who's been kind of up and down in this season, but had some pretty good wins. But like, what was kind of like the plan going up against these guys?
Yeah. So we treat every team roughly the same. They're an equal opponent. We want to take them on playing our best. In terms of characters, I think my team, character-wise, had a lot of good matchups today. So we were excited for that. The only really one that we were scared of was the Game & Watch, but Slatty came through and really nailed that set for us. So good to see.
Yeah, and although this was a strong victory going forward, do you think there's something glaring that you want to work on moving forward for more opponents going down?
Based on today, it's hard to say. I think consistency is probably the one thing that we really need to nail. We've been doing really well this season, but we haven't always been able to play at that top level. So I'm going to be getting the team into a little bit more practice sessions, trying to get our consistency back up where it was last season.
Yeah, and speaking of kind of just following on that, You guys are gonna go up against Mississippi State once again. That's kind of probably the biggest challenge for you guys. Anything you guys learned from the last game that you expect to apply to this game?
Yeah, I definitely have some things that I learned as a manager that I'm going to try and implement. I'm going to try and give people a little better matchups than we had last time. And when we're definitely going to be spending the week doing some VOD review, going back to that past set, seeing what we can change. I'm definitely looking forward to next week's match. I think it should be a really good one.
Okay, cool. And just to wrap it up, do you have any shout outs that you want to give?
I mean, shout outs to the whole team, shout outs especially to CU Gaming. They do, all the media work, all the work that gets us here. So, yeah, very appreciative of them. But yeah, shout out to every player. We all played great today.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Awesome. Thank you so much, AFV, for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you. All right. And with that, that is the end of this stream here. But we got a couple more games on our other streams, Official EGF and EGF SSBU. So make sure you follow them and watch them. Shout out to our producer, Aeon, giving us some pretty good quality matches here and keeping all the teams connected as well. I'm South Beach. That was Bars the Journey. Bars, you want to close us out here?
Yeah, great set of games today. Follow me at Bars Journey. Follow South Beach at what's your tag?
Harrison Hill, but it's gonna change eventually.
Yeah, and obviously, follow all the EGF channels. We're gonna be doing this every week, every Tuesday, I believe. So we also have a bunch of channels, just like South Beach mentioned. But yeah, we will see you guys next week.
Peace.